This is my tune, The Blue Ocean. It was inspired by the ocean because I live in California, and that view inspired me to write this piece. Let's talk about the tuning. The tuning is D-A-D, E-A-E. So, and the piece is in the key of A, and so we'll start just by looking at specific measures, and if there's anything that is technically challenging, I will explain to you, and I'll go slow. And so the piece starts with this phrase. Very much like in classical guitar, the right hand, each finger is assigned to a string, generally speaking. So the thumb plays the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. The index plays the 3rd. The middle plays the 2nd string, and the ring plays the 1st string. So when we play that phrase, we'll be using essentially the index and the middle finger. So there you go. So, and the first 3 notes, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th note are tied together. So that measure 2, you'll see that I'll be using a technique called strumming technique, where I basically join together the index and the thumb, and I strum down in a downstroke, just on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. So that measure 2 will be. See? So slowly thumb, index, thumb, then strumming, and then again thumb. And notice that when I play measure 3, my position is still there. So don't release any finger, because you want to sustain those notes. So from measure 2 into measure 3. And at that point, when you play the open 1st string, that's when you release the position. So measure 3 will be. Also notice that it's very important to use the proper finger on the right hand, and I'm still using that approach of thumb, 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 index, middle, ring. And then when you play the open E, that's when you release the position and get ready to play the next position, which is measure 4, where you basically have a partial bar on the 2nd fret with the index. You notice that the index is curved here. You just use the 1st phalanx, and basically with this part of the index, you have to fret on the 2nd fret, but just on the 6th, 5th, and 4th string. So coming from measure 3. So that could be challenging for some guitarists, but this is a technique that you really should learn, because you will find this technique very helpful. Sometimes we will use the index to play those bars, sometimes the middle, and sometimes even the ring, just to bar on multiple strings. And it's very important to learn this, because you free the other fingers to do whatever they have to do. So, so we were on measure 4, which sounds like this. Now here, there's a little difficulty here in the middle of that measure, because you have to do the strumming, and then with the index, and then with the same finger play the G string on an up strike. So will be slowly will be. So will be downstroke and then upstroke. And then I play that second string twice with the middle finger. So far is okay. So then let's look at measure number 5. Notice that we want the second string to ring throughout the next measure. So this is measure 4. Now, on measure number 5, it's important to understand that in order to play the slide from the 7th to the 9th fret, you really have to move your position as you play the 3rd string open. So this is measure 5. You notice that when I play the open 3rd string, my left hand jumped to the 7th fret so that I can be ready to play that slide. So don't wait, don't do this and stay here. When you play the open 3rd string, you really have to be here now. Okay, so that's measure 5. So after the slide, notice that this position can be quite awkward because you have the 9th fret of the 5th string, the 7th fret of the 4th, the 7th fret, the 9th fret of the 3rd, and the 9th fret of the 1st string. So it could be kind of a stretch, but you have to practice. You'll do it. You'll do fine. And now you notice that at the end of that measure, there are 4 notes really play very fast. The way you play those notes is actually with the nail of the ring finger going in a upstroke motion from the 1st string to the 5th. So that's the movement. So that passage will be as far as the right hand. So thumb, then strike, then middle finger, then ring finger, and I almost create like a semicircle, and I stop on the 5th string and I rest my ring on the 6th string. You see that? So that was the section from measure 1 through 6. So we'll pick up from there. After this roll, there's another strum, and then an open string that allows you to move back to the first, to the part close to the headstock of your guitar. So we'll be. So that, again, it's very important to use open strings in order to move from one position to the next. Open string. Now, as far as the right hand on measure number 8, it will be. So that's kind of an exception to the rule where the 6th, 5th, and 4th string are played with the thumb, but the very last note on measure number 8 is actually playing with the index. So strum, we are now on measure 9. Again, you have another of those partial bar. And then the whole phrase starts again, exactly the same. Sorry. It's exactly the same. So that's measure 21. Pay attention to the rhythm here, because you know that third string open has to last a quarter and a half. So the rhythm of 21 is, see? Notice also that I play a vibrato with my index. So I move my index up and down on the fretboard. As far as the right hand, I still keep, you know, the thumb, 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 index, middle ring approach. Pay attention to measure 23. The open first string is tied to the second fret of the first string, and it's a 16, so you have to play. So the rhythm here, the rhythm coming from measure 20, 21. So still measure 24, you still have that partial bar. Again. Measure 28, you have to create this chord as you play those open strings, so that you can reach this chord with the 3 fingers at the same time. So don't do this, okay? So you have to reach the position at the same time and press at the same time with 3 fingers. So from measure 27, also notice that with my left hand index, I stop the vibration of the 6th string. Because that string was vibrating from the previous measure, but is not part of this chord. So you want to stop the vibration of the 6th string, but just by touching the 6th string. So again, from measure 25. And then the song starts again. Same. And we are on measure 38. I just play measure 38. Now measure 29, the rhythm, this is 38. So the very first bass lasts a quarter and a half. It's kind of syncopated rhythm. So from 38, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and notice that I keep the ring finger down on the second fret of the second string and let that note ring as I play, the partial bar on the second fret with my middle finger. So starting from measure 37, so what's important here is to sustain the second fret of the second string. So when you strum on the third beat of measure 38, you have to be careful to strum only on the fourth and third string, because you don't want to stop the vibration of the second fret of the second string here. Okay?